Hello, welcome to Farm TV series. I'm Sichen Wu, your today's farm manager. Today I'm going to introduce to you guys my farm located in Mali region. Mali is not a place with fertile soil, and my farm system is basically just pasture and sheep production. But I will tell you, we find some solution to overcome these challenges. Just as I previously said, farming here is a bit tough because the soil is not fertile. In Mali region, we only have loamy sand and a calcareous soil profile, and the soil depth is shallow. Moreover, we only have 300 millimeter annual rainfall, and most of them comes in bouts, in winter and spring. So we have to make smart decisions about what we plant here and when we harvest. So I'm going to introduce to you guys about the species in my farm. Firstly, the old method, not this one. You might already heard of the old master bush because it's one of the native species in Australia and is well known for its tolerance to drought, saline, alkaline, etc. Old master bushes not only thrive in my farm, but also produces great feeding value for my sheep when my other feeding is short. By combining the pasture with the sawbush, we could both improve the soil health and also provide steady feed for our sheep. But the process is not always as smooth. To make these right decisions, we face a lot of challenges. So, in the following time, I will let my partner Menchi Wu to explain the difficulties we faced before. Except the saltbush we mentioned above, we also grow a mixture of grass and legume pasture in our farming system. The first one is called bicerula. Bicerula could grow well in poor soil conditions and could cope with both acidic and alkaline conditions, such as our calcareous soil profile. Pasture also have relatively deep root system, which could grab some moisture for itself to help it grow better in low rainfall areas. The second species called swimmer ryegrass. It's a kind of fast-growing grass and high in nutrition, and it also could tolerant to drought and also low soil fertility. The third species is called crimson clover. This clover works basically as a companion species in my farm. Crimson clover is not as tolerant to drought as the species I just mentioned before. So if there's a really severe drought comes into my farm, crimson clover might die out.
Yes, just as my partner says, queens are new pasture and livestock storation is challenging for everyone. But I still believe the new systems will bring a lot of benefits to the environment, such as the more green cover will reducing the possibility of the winter cover, then to make the more organic matter can be in the soil. Then the root of pasture they into the soil, increasing the water capacity and to reducing the quality of the water leak. Then finally, I think the most important one, the pasture important and the livestock important, they will reduce in the soil, increasing the organic matter of the soil. Then the soil texture will be improved. To make the pasture will be beneficial in this farmer is also a big change, so I need to cost a lot. At first, I will use the herbicide to help the pasture live in the soil with low natural content. Then, the water control is also an important part of the pasture growth in this farmer. I will use 2 ways. The first way is the herbicide. I will choose a herbicide which can kill the weed and will not hurt the pasture growth. Then is spray grazing. It is a way to use hormone to make the weed taste sweet. Then the living structure will eat the weed to make the pasture can grow well. But after the spray grazing, I will give the living structure more food because the wheat is with the low nature. Finally, follow the decision which is made by my partner and I think the all farmer will reach the our global to producing high quality pasture and high quality wool and the sheep meter and all the environment will be better in the future. Thank you for your listening. It's all our speaking.